Story you heard first on News Channel 5. A criminal investigation is underway at the Humane Society of St. Lucie County's Fort Pierce location.
Megan McRoberts broke this story and was the only local reporter on site as detectives served a search warrant, and she has more information on what prompted the scene.
Well, a volunteer here says that he could no longer stay quiet about what he says he was witnessing, including allegations of neglect leading to the death of animals. Now we're just waiting to hear from law enforcement exactly which one of his complaints led to the execution of a felony search warrant. Scouring every inch of the Humane Society of St. Lucie County's multi-building property, detectives leaving no stone unturned, talking to employees, volunteers, veterinary staff, and management, and seen carrying out boxes of documents and computers as evidence.
The board, the management, the medical team, they need to go. All of them, they need to go.
Dale Muchler is the volunteer whose complaint sparked this investigation, saying he turned to law enforcement after months of complaining to management with no changes.
I think they're very aware. They can't say, oh, he didn't tell us this, he didn't tell us that.
In a complaint several pages long, Muchler details concerns about anything from building and staffing issues to glaring allegations of animal neglect and even euthanasia concerns.
Some of them are honest, caring people about the animals, but a lot of them would forget to feed some of the dogs, wouldn't check their water again for like the whole day. They'd leave them on the outside of a guillotine. Sometimes they leave them out overnight, forget about them, nobody'd even check.
He claims dogs died from lack of care or treatment.
There were quite a few animals that died due to the lack of care, due to neglect, absolute neglect.
Puppies also dying, he said, from rats.
And you said you were catching multiple rats a day?
I was catching a minimum, probably 4 a day. The rats got so bad, they took some of the puppies, the baby puppies that were newborns, and killed them.
He also said it took nearly 5 days for a sick animal to get medical attention.
And the dog almost died until animal control came in and took the dog away to emergency vet service.
Muchler also brought forward concerns about animals not being given rabies shots. We did reach out to the shelter for a comment, but we are still waiting for a response. In Fort Pierce, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Law enforcement says this investigation does not mean the shelter cannot remain open. Animals remain at the shelter as it continues to operate.